Well, it just keeps getting worse and worse with Snapchat. Today, the Wall Street Journal is calling out Snapchat for failing to warn users and children about the risk of sextortion on their platform. So because the state of New Mexico has sued Snapchat, we're getting access to all kinds of internal documents. One internal analysis from back in November of 2022 found that Snapchat internally knew that they were receiving 10,000 reports of sextortion each month. They even stated themselves that this was likely a small fraction of the abuse. They realized that most teenagers who are being sextorted do not report it. So internally, Snapchat is grappling with how to warn users about this and not drive them away from Snapchat. And why so much sextortion happens on Snapchat is because the snaps disappear, which encourages users to send inappropriate content. That's what gets them into trouble and into sextortion situations. So an internal document from Snapchat says this: "We can't tell our audience not to send nudes. This approach is likely futile, tone deaf, and unrealistic. That said, we also can't say if you do it, 1, don't have your face in the photo. 2, don't have any tattoos, piercings, or other defining physical characteristics in view." I'm going to take a hard stance and say that Snapchat, you should have told minors not to send nudes. This is child sexual abuse material and it is illegal to share, illegal to host on your platform. So you absolutely should have warned your audience. We are actively losing teenagers to suicide during these sextortion attempts, and you're going to waver on whether or not to warn us about the fact that it's happening on your platform? Snapchat's design features create an environment that fosters sextortion. It encourages it. A mom reached out to me yesterday and told me about a 17-year-old girl who gets over 30 requests a day from Snapchat to connect with adult men who are sending her sexual content. And this isn't a one-off. I hear it again and again. And in New Mexico's investigation into Snapchat, they set up fake profiles as 14-year-olds and received a stream of inappropriate and sexually explicit recommendations. And this threat is crossing over into in-person harms. There's a man in New Mexico who was arrested after an 11-year-old to whom he was introduced through Snapchat's quick ad feature, meaning that Snapchat itself suggested that they connect. Another internal document from Snap states that in 2022, Snap decided that a large-scale effort to address child grooming would, quote, create disproportionate admin costs and should not be its responsibility. So it's our responsibility as the parent when you're connecting our kids to predators. What do you want them to do in those situations? Well, you offer reporting. Okay, so a Snap safety team member stated that over 90% of account level reports are ignored. So even if our child gets into one of these situations, tries to report it to you, you almost always ignore it. You don't help them. Snapchat is just the worst. What is the benefit of your platform, and how in the world does whatever benefit that is outweigh all of these risks and all of these harms? Parents, please, please don't let your kids use Snapchat. There are dozens of other ways for them to connect and chat with their friends. Get together with other parents and decide as a group so that this transition is easier and your child isn't isolated. But honestly, for me, a little isolation is better than my preteen being pushed to connect with a predator, exposed to sexualized imagery from adults, and then potentially sextorted. No, thank you.